on this computer. Wonderful. So, what I really wanted to start with was just like a quick welcome, which we've already done, and kind of like share your wins and challenges over the past 2 weeks. So, I really want to acknowledge that Kel made her first sale this week, which I'm very,
Woo!
very proud of her for. It is
No.
to her sister, but that's okay. And we've already spoken about that, but it's just like it's kind of solidified. And I know once your commission hits your account, it will as well. So I know Clarinda's at a conference at the moment and she's listening through, so that is amazing. It's so exciting to see you. And you, Cherie, you've survived, and that is an amazing achievement this week.
Debatable. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So is there any wins that anyone would like to, or you would like to share that you haven't already shared, or how actually is your business going? I will actually want to ask that question. Have you put that on the back burner at the moment just while you move and you settle?
Yeah.
Yes, you Cherie. Yeah.
Listen, full transparency, like I still want to do it, absolutely, because I wouldn't be on this call if I didn't, right?
Yeah.
Why would I do that? Jump
Yeah.
on a call. Hi, everyone. Um, but I just feel really lost with it.
Okay.
Feel really, really lost with it. I think it's kind of just like I've done so much work on so many different levels, and I think then like the move has like brought it full circle in a weird way.
Mm,
So, and then Lockie having an extended period of time off work has just really like um made me like I just really wanted to focus on the present moment, and the present moment was just like being with my family. Like we've spent the most time we've ever spent together as a family uninterrupted.
okay.
So
Yeah.
I just like I never had this much support as a new mother.
Yeah.
Lockie was back to work within a week, both babies, all the things. So this has just been like such precious time for our family, like invaluable beyond measure time.
Hmm.
So it just is just like my whole nervous system has had to reset.
Yeah.
And I've felt the desire, but then at the same time, like to get on there and do stuff. But then I'm like, it just hasn't been the right time.
Mm,
And I just feel like I'm kind of coming to that cycle now.
yeah.
Into that cycle, if that makes sense. Um, and I know I just need to start. I'm not worried about just showing up again. I'm not going to make a big hoo-ha about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just going to start, but
Yeah.
I just have to kind of get my head space in the sense of like, okay, I'm starting again. I
Mm,
needed the break. It was like this recalibration, if that makes sense. After, showing up consistently for 1.5 years kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then I just feel like I had so many moments of evolution. I felt like my messages were kind of becoming just a bit dead. Do you know
mm,
what I mean? So
yeah.
I haven't even redefined my message. I haven't had the headspace to actually really, I actually don't think I need the headspace to do that. I think I'd actually overcomplicated everything.
Mm,
And I think I almost had to hit the reset button and do nothing for a while in order just to like clear my head. So when I start again, it's like simple, if that makes,
yeah.
does that make sense?
It does make sense. And I think as well, like something that really Megs has shared with me multiple times is that like creating content from a place like high vibrational place. Like if something
Absolutely.
comes through and
Yeah.
it's like and you can speak to your truth, like completely speak to your truth, it makes a massive difference. And it's also you're not just creating content because you have to create content that
I
defeats
was
the
on
purpose.
autopilot. It was
Yeah.
almost this autopilot of being like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. And I hated it for that.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it for that.
Mm,
And I don't want it to feel like that.
yeah. And
So yeah, it was like that hit pause recalibration where it's like, just a different approach. You know what I mean? With a calmer nervous system, a clearer mindset, a new environment,
and
potentially a different
even
message.
even something to consider, which is what I've been working on as well, is actually working around my cycle. So if
Which I
depending on
need
where I
to.
am, yeah,
I need to.
and you do, and I think everyone does. Like if you
Yeah.
are like honoring your body's cycle, like if you were bleeding and it's your first day of your cycle, take the day off.
Well,
you
see,
know,
yeah,
like,
like I know I've already worked that out. Like on my second day,
yeah.
I can't physically, I've never been able to do much on my second day. And I
Mm,
just found myself already doing that, but I haven't like consciously paired the two.
yeah.
So I've
And
got to do that.
yeah, so definitely like look into that. And I like every woman, every mother, I really think that would work really well for is actually honoring your time and your space. If you are tired, rest. If you have got, if you're like in a high vibrational place and you have the time, which I know is very rare as a mother, but if you have the time, batch create. If there's something that comes in, because I have actually, when I create content, I batch create because I have drop-ins come in when I'm like multiple drop-ins at once. So I'll be like, okay, that one, that one, that one. And I used to do something depending on how I was feeling on the day, but now I've actually got that content there that if it's
Ready to
something
go.
that is relevant to that day, I can just post it. And
Yeah.
I've also started scheduling my reels, and I will do that if I've got something coming up. So I'm doing a masterclass like with Mahela and Anna and Shannara next week. And so I've actually batch created while I've had the time today and while I've had all these drop ins to just come out every day for the next 7 days. And it's already done for me. So any time that I have during the day, I can be with Reggie or I can do a face to camera or I can do it on my stories. So as long as I've got
Yeah.
that, so
And I
um,
think I think that was one of the biggest takeouts I actually realized when I put my phone down and stopped actually doing my business. Actually made me really sad because I realized actually how much my business had actually been taking away from moments. And
mm,
it made me really, really upset because I realized like it had almost been like living behind my phone in a weird way, trying
mm,
to capture all these moments. And it made me really, really angry.
yeah,
And so it was like I've absolutely detoxed from my phone.
mm,
And I've found it so good because like we all know how unconsciously we can start to scroll and shit.
yeah.
And I just hate it. And that was one of my biggest hesitations about this business
Mm,
because I knew how addictive phones can be, like even if you're aware of it.
yeah.
And so it was like I just had to detox from so much on that level. You know what I mean? And the more I did it, the more refreshed I felt. And now it's just like working out, like what you just said, to make it happen. So it's more
Mm.
working for me versus against us. I'm just going to put the video on close because we've got nudists running around the
No,
house.
that's okay. No problem. So, when we,
Hi.
hey, I was going to say, sorry, is when I batch create, and what you were just talking to then, Cherie, is something that I've actually been through as well. And I feel like everyone, especially as mothers in this business, feel the same because at the end of the day, what we're doing is creating a business that gives us time and gives us an abundance of time and an abundance of money. So we have that time to spend with our family to be more present. And you kind of get caught up in I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this all the time. So, and I've done exactly what you did. I actually took the time when Lester's dad passed away, and that kind of I felt exactly the same. I felt really sad. I felt like I was just on my phone all the time, and it was the opposite of what I was trying to achieve. So what I do now is actually any content that like or B-roll or like videos that I have used from years, I just repurpose it because at the end of the day, I am ever evolving. My message is changing, but what's actually working in the algorithm at the moment is nothing. It's like as in like it's a video that is, well, for me in the algorithm is like a video and then just with an overlay, like just with a text overlay. So I've kind of made it as simple as possible. If I'm doing a post, I used to be a perfectionist. It would take me hours to do, like hours to do. And now I'm just like, I'll chuck something together. It does not have to be perfect. And getting it out there is more important to me than actually taking an hour and a half out of my time to actually make sure that it looks good. So and I think that's when you do come back in, something that is really great is you've already got it all set up. You've got that Canva, you've got all those Canva things that you've already put so much time into. You've got all of these videos that you've already taken. But also just honoring and kind of being in your life. Like being in your life is more important. And,
Yeah.
taking the time to do that, both you and you too, Curl. Like I know you've got the two kids as well. And so does Cherie. It's hard. It's a hard juggle. It's a hard juggle, especially when you're home with them all the time, especially when you've both just moved houses. So like honor that and just whatever you're doing is enough. It is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I was actually really proud of myself for actually just putting my business down because,
Absolutely.
to be honest, I would normally just push through. I've always pushed through,
Mm,
even when I've hated it. And so it was like for the first time ever, I was actually really honoring myself without the
yeah.
fear of attachment around of what people would think of me, whether I was considering myself to be failing, all the things, you know what I
Mm,
mean? I didn't actually give a shit. I was like, people can think what they can think. I'm not failing. I'm actually just honoring myself. And to me,
exactly. And that's
that,
the transparency piece that comes through, right?
yeah.
Like,
So I was like, if this business is going to crash and burn because I need some time off social media,
yeah.
well, I'm like looking after myself and my family. Well, it isn't the business for me. And I knew it wasn't going to crash and burn. Like that's the beauty of it, right?
That
So
is the
that's
beauty of
what
it.
we're creating. So I've really done this in a place of like seriously no guilt,
Mm,
no shame, nothing. Just like, no, this is what I need and this is what I'm doing. And so that's been really liberating in itself because it
mm.
hasn't been like this pressure pot of like, oh my God, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, so in the past, I would have always been the, oh my God,
Mm,
can't do this, won't do this, can't believe I'm doing this, but I've just been like, no, I need to do this.
yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. And
Yeah.
I definitely see that too.
Yeah, so
Um,
just in the next, like I don't even know, but like it's Alira's birthday in a couple of days. We've got family coming up. So it's going to be really busy. It was Lockie's birthday a couple of days ago. My mum's birthday tomorrow. Alira and my sister's birthday the next day. You know what I mean? Lockie's going
yeah,
back to work, all the things. So I just feel like, after all of that, it's just like it will all happen naturally. So
perfect. Well, if you need any support or anything, please reach out. I'm here.
yeah, just to maybe a firecracker up my ass. I am very comfortable with not showing up at the moment. So
No
yeah,
problem.
I
Noted. Seven
can't
days from now.
lie. I'm like, I can't lie. I've really loved it. So I just proves to me like it was what I needed. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I've just got to do a map, a mind map
Mm,
up on the wall and, commit to it. So, but yes, I will reach out.
awesome. I'd love
But,
to actually give you a challenge if you're open to it. Like it's over these 2 weeks. There's this like creating connection. So actually, like if you go somewhere, have a
oh, I
conversation with them.
always do though.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. Like, this is the thing. I talk to everyone. Everybody knows what I do. Like
Amazing. Well, that's
people want to get me out of their fucking shop, Lucy. Like I'm such a gas bagger. Like everybody knows it. Like I have no shame in it. I love it.
yeah,
Like so I network wherever I go.
perfect.
So like this is the thing. Like I think that's probably why I haven't felt guilty either.
Yeah,
Like I'm always, and I'm like, oh God, like let's connect on Instagram. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like I'm not, it's like I get more response face to face like that than over Instagram. So yeah, every bloody shop here knows me already.
amazing. Love that. That's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
And
they
how
knew
are
me,
you?
when I was here on holiday. Like that's the truth.
That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Um, yeah, well, I'm really excited to see because it's like when you get to a new space, I loved really creating the connection here as well. Like it's like it really not that it pushes you out of well, for me, it pushed me out of my comfort zone because I was so like, okay, I was here on a Thursday, I was here on that day, I was doing all of these things. And a lot of my connection was face to face as well, like belly to belly. And that's how I have built my business like for my birth work and in here. Like I know all of you out of Instagram. So it's it was a bit of a challenge for me, like even restarting my birth business up here and being so successful down there and coming up here was very like very fucking scary.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it also made me very grateful that my other business is can be leveraged online. So that's also something that I love too. So I'm all about belly to belly connection, and I know you do it well. And so that's really awesome. So Kel, I'd love to ask you how you're going with your leads at the moment and how you're generating them and where you're finding the best connection. Like, is it on Instagram? Are your ads doing well? Are you like what's working best?
I just put that ad back up. You know,
Mhm.
what they said last Wednesday, the $40 for 3 days and then drop it down.
Yep.
So I'm trying that. I'm on day 2 and I've got about between 15 and 20 people like interestedly messaging me. So
Amazing.
I'm hopeful. Like some of them just look like they're getting the feelers.
Yep.
But there's probably 3 or 4 of them that I'm like, oh, these guys are. I've sent 2 of them the discovery process lead thing,
Yep.
my lead page.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm feeling hopeful finally.
That's awesome. And are they friends or are
No.
they
No.
Wonderful.
I did have a face-to-face conversation with someone over the weekend.
Yeah.
With a friend that seems, and I felt confident talking about it finally. Like
Amazing.
yeah.
That's
I mean, it was Steph, so it was a friend that I've known for a long time, but
yeah.
it was a good to have a conversation with someone that I'm like, I don't care if I stumble on what I'm saying, and like it's a good feel to work out what I actually say to people.
Absolutely. And I felt like Jess said in this in the course that I've asked you guys to do is action will dissolve doubt, any doubt. And I feel like that is just so relevant. That really landed for me. And I've actually written it on my board behind here because it's just kind of like a firecracker up the ass. It's just like, if you feel like, yes, practice, not rehearse. Thank you, Clarinda. Like, it's just, yeah, the more you do it, the better you get. That's just that's what it is. It's just the more you post, the better you get. The more you talk to people about this opportunity, the better you get, the more conviction you have, all of these things. So yeah, that would have been, I know how that feels, like walking away and thinking like, yeah, I nailed that.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is good. That's awesome. And that's really cool. So is anyone, I just wanted to, does anyone have any more on that? Because I just wanted to talk into Gala and see who is coming, what your plan is on. Yeah, you're right, Sheree.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah, sorry. Are you coming to Gala?
Oh, so yeah, Lockie can't. Like
Okay.
it would have been so lovely. Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest, but like we live in Tuga now, so we don't have a babysitter. We're not flying the kids down to Sydney. We're not flying in a babysitter.
Yeah.
We're not up for a $10,000 weekend.
Yeah.
For one night at Gala. So yeah, like it may be a miracle he might come, but
Yeah.
I doubt it. I just don't see it happening. Me, yes, but I
Yeah.
just I've got my 2 tickets. I need to sell one of my tickets. It would be really handy. Did you buy a whole table or have you bought?
I'm on Tiff's table this year, so we're on the same table together.
So
Only because I would have bought a whole table, but with Sarah who's pregnant and Code aren't coming, Em's not coming. And partners, so it wasn't just not gonna, it wasn't feasible if they're not coming, you know what I mean?
So
Annie.
hang on. So are you on the table with me and Clorinda?
Yes, I am.
So
Yeah.
who's on our table?
We're on Tiff's table, so I think Ali's on our table.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Ali and Erin. I'm pretty sure Erin's coming. Clorinda, I just saw your message. Annie said she might be interested. Is that right?
For my ticket.
Yeah, I know Annie is looking for a ticket and she wants to be on like the same table. So maybe
Oh, well, she can buy the ticket off me.
yeah, just have a chat with her and see.
Yeah.
And yeah, me and Blake will be at Gala. We fly in from Bali that morning.
You're gonna be like you're gonna be on
Amazing.
no-dos, babe. I'll bring you some no-dos.
It's not the first time that I've done it, so we'll be right.
Yeah, she's good at that.
Yeah. I was good at that in my 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 days run, but not now. I'd be asleep at the airport. Yeah, so if you can, like, I'll ask Annie, or if you guys do you guys have regular contact with Annie?
I don't, but Clorinda does.
Can you let Annie know that I've got a ticket? So it's fully, like, I just bought 2, so it'd be with us. Because I thought Tess might want it, but she hasn't got back to me. So I need to get rid of it because it's $300 that we
Mm.
kind of just want, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
$300 is $300.
Yeah. And are you coming, Kel? Okay.
Where does Kelly live? Where do you
Kel,
live, Kelly?
Kel's down in Sydney.
Yeah,
In Ingleburn. She's from the hood.
the
In
hood.
the hood.
Yeah,
Back in the hood.
back in the hood.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna do it like real low key this year, like because it's just like, you know, flights, accommodation,
Yeah,
things. Like
absolutely.
it's
If
just
Leicester might not be coming,
Yeah.
because we've obviously got the same issue as you now, but I would love him to come, but if he doesn't, we'll do something together. We can do like accommodation, make it a little bit cheaper, and do
Yeah.
that. Or even if you just stay with me, because I'll be down there for the weekend.
Where would you stay?
I'm going to stay at the W from
Oh,
the
yeah.
Thursday, Friday, and then Thursday, Friday. If we're all there on the Friday, we'll do breakfast together.
So how much is the W a night?
I think I've got it booked for 2 nights for $1,000, but my 6A run's going to pay for that, so
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Yeah. And I'll
Yeah.
just like,
My eyes
buy
are
a
twitchy.
heap of
My
cocktails.
current
I'll buy
eyes are
a heap
twitchy.
of cocktails at the Tweck Gala.
I haven't told Lester that yet, so I've also got
Hey,
so
I'll buy you a meal at the gala.
That's good. That's good.
And
But yes.
I'll throw in some free champagne, Luz.
Oh, I love champagne. I love champagne. So that's
well,
amazing.
like I've looked at accommodation too. Like I'm not fussed. Like I just need to like fly in, have a bed. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I'm not there for I'll be there for the full shebang, fully participating, but I'm not like we've just had like Lockie literally just took unpaid long service leave unexpectedly. You know what I mean? Literally.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's all the things. It costs us $15,000 to move here, literally.
Yeah.
Plus the unexpected long service leave that's unpaid. So, it's been a big few months.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Which makes total sense. And I know that. So
So it's just been like, we're just trying to be sensible, kind of.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
yes, coming, but need to sell my ticket. Would be great.
Which Annie will buy, it will be fine.
Yeah. I'm not stressed. I know it will sell. Like, is Scala sold out yet?
I haven't heard that it is. I know there's a few people on tables left. So I know Jess Seagren has about 3 or 4 left on her table. So yeah, we've still got tickets if anyone has any new people come in and they want to get there, which I highly recommend. Kel, are you not coming because you've got something on, or are you not coming because you're not coming?
Just not coming. Finances, and I thought next year. I'll make it next year.
Okay, no problem. I will leave that with me. That's fine. Okay, cool. And
is that any Lobendem something, Clorinda?
Yes, I think so.
The one with like 8 kids. Is that her? Yeah. I'll message her.
Wonderful. Okay, and I know we've already written in it the goal for hitting ranks before gala. I know Clarinda's going for 3A, like you're going to hit 3A before I know you're not attached to the outcome. I know we've spoken about that, but what did you say? Was it 3A or 4A that you said in the
4A.
4A, amazing.
Okay, I'm about 5 points.
You got 5 points. Okay, and how are your leads going at the moment?
Yeah, good. Like I'm running ads, so a lot of my leads are coming through the ads.
Yeah.
I also have a lot of like product sales in the works, like from my work and through my mother-in-law. So it's just closing them.
Yes. Okay.
They'll come before gala.
Yes, they will. And do you feel like because they know you, that's kind of why it's been extending out, like they have the space and they feel safe enough to ask all the questions and stuff like that? Or is it just because of finances and what do you think?
To be honest, like my mother-in-law, like the one that like she's got in the works for me.
Yeah.
They have the money. There's no issues with money. They just laid back. They don't care. Like time isn't an issue. Like yeah, so it will happen when it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonderful. And I wanted to ask you all, are you guys open to doing webinars before to assist you in getting to the Rank Before Gala?
Yeah, I
'Cause I
want
know
to do
you've done
master
before.
classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do weekly master classes. But I would like to do them with someone, not by myself.
Yeah.
I think it would feel a little bit more impactful. So I don't know how that's going to look yet, but
Okay. And would you want to do with someone different every week?
yeah, I think that would probably be good.
Okay. I've got an
Just to get
idea.
different perspectives.
Yeah. I've got an idea if you're willing to hear it. And I think you'd be really good at it, especially with the momentum that you've got going at the moment, is how about doing like Instagram live masterclasses with people,
Oh
from
yeah,
people within the actual business?
that would be good.
Yeah, because
I'm
I
down for
feel
that.
like you've got your podcast going at the moment that's really focusing on your parenting, like, you know, and all that kind of stuff, but actually kind of having your like everyone within TWEC who you think you're really well with, you fit really well with, and you gel really well with, just going live with them and actually having a masterclass without the slides.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, super simple and super like, you know, you can, especially for mums, if they can watch it for 15 minutes, it's a massive difference for a 15-minute watch to an hour and a half. I've noticed that as well. And then you can put like the links if in your like link in my bio, and you can have your, you know, the link to booking a call there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Love
just
it.
something to food for thought. So yeah. So if you need help, if you need anything, want me to be on there, help you, just reach out. I'm happy to do that.
Thank you.
No problem. So that is amazing. So I wanted to quickly speak into guest facilitators. I've got a few lined up. I really wanted to share something really special with you guys that happened to me in my Fertility Magic, like the VIP day. So I had a life healing, womb clearing, with a beautiful woman named Jade that is down in Sydney and wise beyond her years. She's only 22 and it blows my mind. So I'm trying to get her on here, but still talking about that. So I would really love you guys. I shared her page in our group chat. So just for you guys to get in her realm and understand who she is. If you guys could follow her before then, that would be amazing. She does beautiful work and she's really aligned with what I do, but I love her. She's so potent and so beautiful. So I've got her. I'm also speaking with Megs as well to get on to do some energetic work as well, because for me this year 2024, once I've worked on myself and cleared all the shit, really, the energetics of it all, that's kind of where I started to create from a place that really aligns with me. And I feel like I'm there now. So I just want to share their wisdom with you guys. And I've also got a few other people from Enagic coming through from different teams just to share their wisdom and knowledge with us all. So watch this space. I will share who else will be on very soon. And I really, really wanted to speak into next week's just the fortnightly task overview. So I know, Clarindo, did you end up watching it all, babe? Oh, sorry, you're on mute.
I got up to the water webinar.
Perfect. So you've done the feminine side and you're doing the masculine side?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
right.
So I'm going to do this next 2 weeks to finish it, but I'm going to add some additional things as well, just to keep you guys not accountable, but just kind of get you thinking, because I feel like you're all accountable women, like you're doing what you're doing to do. It's just to really kind of up the game, and we're only starting really. It's not like I'm going to say, you know, I want you to book 5 calls today. It's not like that. I just want you guys to connect with 5 new potential leads that are your ideal avatar. So actually finding women that align with you and you would love to work with. I'm not talking about writing a list, but I'm thinking like, who in your life would you love to work with and you think would be really, really, really good at this? because I have been told this a lot of times and I've always said that I will do it and I never have. And it is just, I've got so many women in my life that I think would excel in this, and they just haven't asked me the question. So what I'm going to do is kind of send them a message that says something to the point of, I really think you'd be really good at this. This is what it's helping me achieve in my family. Are you open to receiving information, and asking for their permission before you actually send it through? If they say no, that's fine. You've planted the seed. They'll keep watching you. But if they say yes, they wouldn't have said yes if you didn't ask the question. Like, the worst thing they're going to do is say no. So I'd love for you guys to just really think on that. And also post in the next, like, once, like, this is weekly, so post 3 pieces of value-driven content. So for you, Clorinda, you focusing on your parenting, but also focusing on Enagic as well, and doing 3 each, but like kind of getting inspiration from podcasts. So I had a podcast shared with me this week. I don't actually remember. I don't know if any of you guys listen to it, but it's new to me and I would really love to share it with you. Hayley sent it to me. It's called Do You Fucking Mind? Has anyone listened to that? No? Okay, well, I'm going to share it with you because there's a podcast that was shared with me, an episode that's called Create Excuses or Create Change. And it triggered the fuck out of me, but it also gave me a lot of inspiration. And I've started to pull inspiration from things that I'm listening to or learning from. So I'm creating a lot more content around my birth work because I'm, reading birth books again. So I'm like doing reviews on that, or just kind of not just focusing on the water and the business, but focusing on my birth work and focusing on how I could be of value, or I've got something to share. If I think, okay, people need to learn about this, people need to know this, I'll share that. And so, yeah, so 3 pieces of content a week that really speak to anything that is of value to you, because you are the business. It's not just about the business, if you know what I mean. It's about attraction marketing and actually connecting with women that are on, like-minded, on the same wavelength. They're interested in what you're interested in. So that's a challenge there. And the other one is sharing testimonials. So going live, like I said to Clorinda, actually interviewing someone on live on your Instagram. It can be really short and sweet. It can be, 15 minutes. You can have half an hour, or anything like that. So who do you look up to in this business? I would reach out to them and ask them to do a live with you. Like for you, Cherie, in the next 2 weeks, maybe get Cez on. Like, you and her are like, work really well together. You've been doing her mentorship, and just ask her if she's got the space, or, or anyone that you've connected with in the mentorship with her. Yeah. So they're the 3 things. I will post them in the
chat.
Thank you. The pod after this, mum brain, and hey Pat. Yeah, so I will post it in after this call. So that is kind of all I was going to speak to today, but the floor is open. If anyone has any questions, if anyone would love inspiration, or would like to get an opinion on anything, please let me know. Put your hand up, ask a question. Yes, Cherie.
So I haven't sent, oh, hang on, we're about to have a meltdown.
Okay.
So I haven't put my hand up for like 4A or anything for Gala.
Yeah.
Because when that question was asked, I was just like, because like everything that's been happening.
Yeah.
And then I definitely did feel like a deep hesitation, because I was like, I just feel like I keep saying 4A and it's just not fucking happening. So it was like this huge resistance of like, I am attached to the outcome. Do you know what I mean? So I just was like, oh, I just don't know. Like, it's not like I suppose I'm just acknowledging it. Like, it was really there. Like, I was really torn. Like, because I don't know, I kind of just sat with it, because I was like, is me just sitting this out and not like, saying all the things when I haven't started. I'm not starting tomorrow again, just actually just honoring that and just sitting back and knowing that when I start again, that's the intention anyway. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Gala regardless. Because for me, I don't care if I'm at gala or not.
Mm,
It's 4A. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? When I feel like I hit the gas again, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that
Do
makes
you think,
sense.
do you think that's me copying out, or do you think that's actually me honoring myself?
Truly, I think it's a mix between the two. I think you're
Yeah.
safeguarding yourself. I think that it's kind of it's great that you've acknowledged it, but it's also like it kind of gives you permission to not work as hard if you've already said it's okay if you don't miss it, if you don't reach it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you're not working as hard. Like, you've had a lot of shit go on this last year, but I remember
Okay.
sitting next to you last year and
I
saying
said
to you,
6A.
yeah. Do you remember? No,
But
remember
I'm
when I
not
said I'm going to be
6A, and I'm not going to
6A2-2
be
next year?
6A. Yeah, but I'm not going to be
Okay.
6A at a gala. Like, come on. Like, if I'm
Yeah.
4A, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
But that at the moment, because I haven't been showing up for like a good couple of weeks, like that feels like so big in itself. Like, let's
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'd been consistent, if I hadn't had the break, I probably would have been like, yeah, 4A. But then I was like, oh my God, can you take it outside? No. Oh my God, we've got a gecko. He's got him in his hands. He's so good at catching geckos and frogs, but he's like got it in the bedroom on the bed.
Who, Hunter?
Yeah, he just goes
Oh.
right now because we live in Queensland and he just catches fucking frogs and geckos all night with his torch.
Oh, that's so
He
good.
just like had it hanging over the bed. I was like, get it away. I'm just like, it's just gonna get let loose in my bedroom and end up on my head. So yeah, I don't know. Like it just felt like because like, yeah, I'm not starting my business up again tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Like I feel like I could almost go into freeze mode if I declare something like that.
I
Like
also want to say as well that if you didn't take the time, you would be completely burnt out now. I think that was a massive acknowledgement of you at the time to say, I need this space. And like you said at the beginning of this call, you haven't had time like this with your family ever, with all four of you. And that's
ever.
acknowledging that and also living in that, because that's what you want. That's the kind of life that you want to live. And if that means that you just have to have that little bit of time just to yourself to really surrender and recalibrate before you come back in as a re-evolved, rebirthed woman, that's
Yeah.
okay.
And I feel like if I declared 4A, if I said I'm going for 4A for gala, I would actually, like in all honesty, like I can feel this in my heart, I'd actually be undoing the work I've just done.
Exactly. Well,
Does that make, I'd be undoing it because my nervous system would just be like, boom, on
that's
again.
your answer, babe.
Yeah,
That's your
so
answer.
I just wanted to voice it because it felt really stretchy not putting my hand up for it because of where I'm at, what I'm doing. But like, I just felt like I'd be undoing all the work and like my nervous system would just contract again so hard and fast.
Yeah.
Where I couldn't actually come in and be like showing up in my true essence with my real message, speaking to my real people.
Yeah.
Would be like sell. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. So, as we all know, this business is a roller coaster. You're either a boss bitch or you're coming down here and you're like, fuck, I'm like, we are women. We work in a cycle. We work from our womb. We do not work from our brain like men do. And we need to acknowledge that, because if you don't acknowledge that, you will be burnt out because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. We are wired differently. We have different hormones. We birth babies. We grow babies. And when we birth our babies, we rest afterwards. It is just how it is. And this business is also one of our babies. It is so true to us. We've built it on what we believe in, on our values, and honoring that and taking the time to rest and reset before you come back in is so okay. It is so okay. There is a fine line, and I know you're not doing it, Sheree, but I know I've done it. I'm acknowledging this for myself. There is a fine line between making excuses and resting, no. And the beauty of self-development and really getting to know yourself and being in sync is knowing and when to recognize that. So just really checking in with yourself and asking yourself, do I really need to do this? Or am I making excuses? Is always, I think it's the best thing to do. It's just every day, just check in. Do I need the rest today? or am I making excuses? Because a lot of the time I'm making excuses, but also some of the time I'm like, fuck, I'm really tired. I really need to sleep today. I need to honor that. So yeah, just acknowledging it, voicing it, even brings that to that. That's fine. And if you need a firecracker up your ass, just be like, Lucy, I need a firecracker up my ass. Acknowledge it. And sometimes you do need to be kicked up the butt by other people.
Oh, big time. And I'm very aware of that. Like,
Yeah.
like I am getting really comfortable with being offline. But I also know that if I said, like I said I was actually going to do it on Monday, and then I got sick again, and then Alira got croup. And then I was like, and then this whole court case thing started, and I was like, oh my God, that's just a sign. Just wait. You know what I mean? And like, I think it's kind of like Lockie goes back to work and I start again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's almost like a weird, like in sync thing with him. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm very aware of it. Like I know when I'm taking the piss, and I just don't feel like I've been taking the piss. Like I just needed the break.
Yeah. Good.
Like, but I'm getting close to taking the piss. Like I know I'm getting really close to taking that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I'm mentally working myself to the point of knowing I won't be doing that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
amazing. Cool. Do you have anything to bring to the table? Oh, sorry. Thank you for sharing, Sherry.
oh, that's all right. You don't have to thank me. It's fine.
Do you guys have anything to share, or anything that you want some insight on, Corinda? No. Wonderful.
Question: Are there
Yes.
any other table tickets on our table, or is it just the Lockie ticket?
I would actually ask in Tiff's group. Just a message in there and be like, "Hey Tiff, just want to confirm how many tickets are on the table." Because is she looking for two?
Yeah, because I've just messaged Annie and she wants to know if there's any other tickets.
Okay.
On the table.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Alrighty, my darlings. Well, thank you for taking the time today, guys. I will drop in this next fortnight's task, so we'll have the extra 2 weeks to finish off everything. And then this fortnight's tasks, and also I will drop in there Clorinda with the lives and everything like that. So please reach out there. Let me know if you need anything, and I will also give you some updates once I've got some people booked in. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right, guys.
Cool.
No problems, babes. Have a good day or night. Pretty much day where you are. How much? What's 7:30?
It's just 7. It's 7:22. It's crazy. It's ridiculous how much an hour makes.
I know. Also, how stupid's daylight savings once you live up there?
I love not having it, and I literally wake up at 5 a.m. now.
Yeah.
Literally, I wake up 5 a.m. every morning now. It's like as soon as you cross that border, I don't know what happens.
You're just a
Queenslander
now.
My kid's got frogs and geckos in the bedroom.
Wait until you see the cane toads, babe.
Oh, they're close. I can hear them.
We've got them in our backyard. We've got pythons in our backyard.
We've got bush turkeys in our backyard. We're waiting for a massacre with River.
Oh, no.
I nearly got caught today. These massive bush turkeys, they walk down the bloody street like they own the joint. They literally just like go for a stroll. These massive bush turkeys, like River's going to eat you.
Well, I hope he doesn't. But yeah, I hope he doesn't.
It's highly likely it's going to happen. Like literally, he looked at us today and was like,
"Can I have it? Is it a toy? Is it a thing?"
He's like, "No, it's not. Supposedly, we asked the locals." Anyway,
all right, guys. Well, have a good night. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
See ya.